I do not
Smirnoff?
drink Zima.
I just can't
No.
see him walking around the property with a Zima and a little straw sticking out of it while doubting a nice Kimber 1911. You know.
Yeah, Smirnoff. And Saturday he was having shots of caramel apple.
I'm not gonna. It tastes good. I'm not gonna lie. You know.
Okay, well, it's saying we're live. I don't know if we're really live or not.
Let's check the YouTube here.
Wasn't me.
Hold on a minute. I gotta do something real quick.
Did you put your stream key in and hit save?
There we go. I hope that works. There it is. You can see it now. So
We're good now?
I think so.
All right.
Yeah. It's showing up properly. All right. Welcome on, hit or miss. I'm your host, Night Strike, and we had a little technical difficulties there. Sorry about that. But, yeah, we're using GunTube to stream. We don't know how long it'll stay up, but however long it stays up, it stays up. And if we have to change over to something like, what is it? OBS, we'll do that. I've already got it set up to do that. So if we have to, we have to. Other than that, let's see who's in here, and let's get everybody's intro going. So, first up, we've got everyone's favorite tactical chicken himself. We've got Gizzard Gary. What's going on, Gary?
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I finally got it unmuted. Hi, folks. I'm Gizzard Gary. Glad to be here. Thanks for the invite, and give him the bird. And I see a bloke.
All right.
Hello.
I see a bloke, too.
How y'all doing? Are we live?
Yes, we are live.
Oh. Hello.
You got here right on time.
Oh, cool. How y'all doing?
Password back on. All right. So, next up, we've got Travis P11. What's going on, Travis?
Not much, man. Just staying busy lately. And guys, make sure you check out the channel, Travis P11, over there on GunTube.org and YouTube and GunChannels.com. Thanks a lot, man.
All right. Good. Kingpin, what's going on?
Not too much, man. Thanks for having me. I always appreciate it.
All right. That's great. Stacy, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty well. Thanks for the invite. It's always nice to talk to a group of people that aren't my husband. So,
and that actually want you around.
Exactly.
Why you guys gotta lie like that?
Quite honestly, Snob, we'd rather have her around than you sometimes. I'm telling you right now.
You haven't went outside yet.
I'm putting on my shoes.
He's gonna go attempt to make a video.
Yeah, he still hasn't made that GunTube video for me yet.
I'm working on that too.
He said he's working on that one, but if it's anything like anything I ask him to do, you'll be waiting a while because it takes.
Tell him I have 18 days left on the Indiegogo. Okay.
He heard you.
Yeah.
Brushing my teeth. Sorry, I didn't hear him.
I'll smack him beside his head for you.
Thank you. All right. Next up, we have Dr. Recoil. What's going on, Dr. Recoil?
What's up, Night Strike and friends? Trying to survive behind enemy lines. Otherwise, it's a pretty good day.
Yeah, I'm not sure I could survive in California. I don't see how you do it.
I'm born and raised, man. So I'm used to it.
Hey, I'm from Arizona, and I'd rather be in the south, southwest, southeast than I would the west.
Yeah, I know. We're working on it. We got a less than 5-year plan if we make it that long.
Yeah.
Where are you at in California?
Modesto.
Been there plenty of times.
Yep.
I was born and raised in California.
All right. Bloke, what's going on?
Hello. Not much. Just relaxing now. I got everything situated as far as my other stuff I've been working on. So I will be posting a video here soon on your GunTube project, and some interesting projects coming up here soon also. So stay tuned for that. Check everybody else on the panel. They're great. Thanks for having me.
All right. What do you guys want to talk about first? Travis?
Oh man, I don't know. There's so much stuff going on. I was reading the complete analysis of the TAPS Act. The truthaboutguns.com has a pretty decent, just kind of an analysis of the different sections of it. And there's some really scary stuff in there. I mean, almost kind of Gestapo-esque government task force creation, and that kind of scares me. So I mean, it's it's hard telling if something new is going to come out of this or not. If it's just going to be just the new thing that's kind of distracting us from everything else going on in the world, or if this is going to be something real we got to deal with.
Now, I haven't been following along, but how far are we into the process of all this now? I mean, is it there, or it's just talk, or is it in court?
Well, I mean, different states have already had their own versions of it that have passed. David, you're dealing with one in Maryland. Nebraska had proposed one. Thank God they didn't pass it. I mean, they're already there, but if they have some national policy, I don't know if that would supersede local policy or not, but like state policy. But I don't know, man. It's just it bothers me because a lot of these in a lot of these situations, there may not be any kind of punishment for somebody who calls you in or notifies law enforcement.
Yeah.
In fact, you might be seen as doing the public a favor by notifying local authorities that they think there's something suspicious about you. And that could just simply be your neighbor who's mad at you because you mowed over his property line, and he knows you've got guns. So that whole aspect of it really bothers me. And, they say, well, then we'll have some sort of consequences for a person that reports you and it wasn't necessary. Those people don't care. People don't think rationally. When they're upset about something, they'll do whatever they can to get you, They could care less about consequences.
There's currently 17 states that have a red flag law or red flag law-ish and on the books right now. And September is when they're going to come back into session. And September is when they're going to pass something. They're going to do something. And time's ticking. Time's ticking really fast.
Mm-hmm. It seems like turmoil everywhere, even Hong Kong. I just read something not too long ago about they were busting into about 200 buses full of military there, which is insane.
One of the other cool things about Hong Kong is we've already talked about they fly American flags in protest. We've already talked about we need a Second Amendment sign in protest. I was watching videos today where they're so
David, you broke up. What was your last 2 sentences?
They're singing our national anthem. The Hong Kong protesters are singing the Americans' national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner, in a form of protest against what's going down. I'm not really looking for some type of military action here. I think that would be catastrophic. But politically, we need to support those people because they're emulating us. They want to be us. That's just like all the other countries out there. They want to be us, and we should support that.
I agree. It's pretty interesting that there's a country on the other side of the world that wants to be like the United States. I find that fascinating. We're so far away, but yet we're so close, you know?
Oh yeah.
Yep. Yep. All right. I don't know where to go from here. I'm not sure I'm going to talk about. I had to switch over to OBS because apparently the server died on us. Like I knew
we're
it
about
would.
we're about to have possible mandatory insurance on every firearm we own, and they're about to tax additionally. I think it's $200 per semi-auto you buy, and an annual fee for every gun you have, and liability insurance in California and all that.
Right.
Of course not.
Here's what scares me about that. The insurance industry's got so much money and so much influence. They'll get their little coffers in on it. Then before you know, it's going to spread like cancer across the country where you have to have, liability insurance to have a gun. But you know what's kind of funny? We don't have to have liability insurance to have a chainsaw or a machete or kitchen knives or hammers or, hell, you can technically buy a vehicle without insurance. You have to have insurance to drive it, but you could tow it home without insurance,
Maryland, I get a lot of questions because, over here on the East Coast, we got a bunch of small states packed all around each other. So you can drive through states to get to other states, especially, Northwest Maryland, because it's got a bunch of little small strips.
Yeah.
Just imagine that Maryland requires firearm owners to have insurance. That means you can't bring your gun in your trunk anymore. Right now, when you get to the Maryland line, you got to take your gun off, put it in the trunk, empty it, separate the magazine, all that. You guys know all what it. You won't be able to cross our state lines because if you're not insured in Maryland for Maryland firearms, don't bring them.
Which is a violation of the freedom. What is it? The Firearms
FOPA?
Protection Act. FOPA. That's a violation of FOPA. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether Maryland requires that or not. If someone's driving through, they're not allowed to make laws of which they can arrest people for that drive through. That's against the law.
Well, laws don't matter anymore. Not here. There's also I've seen a couple YouTube videos. If you guys know, we had a Freedom Week back in April where high caps were legal for 1 week, and we got millions of them. Well, now the cops are confiscating them anyway. People go out shooting outdoors, out on BLM land or whatever. A guy made a YouTube video. A sheriff, I guess, heard him shooting and took all their mags and didn't care about the law, hadn't heard of it or whatever bullshit. Of course he heard of it. And they're confiscating property now that's actually legally protected. So
I think that was on Gun Guy TV where the kid posted his video where him and his buddy spent a couple $100 on mags.
Yeah.
And basically he was told that if he wants to get a lawyer and make a case and spend $1,500, he might be able to get them back. He's like, okay, am I going to spend $1,500 and possibly lose, maybe win, maybe get back $200 worth of stuff? I mean, now if a person had the money just for the principle of it all, yeah, do it. But he's just a kid in his early 20s, probably a college kid. He doesn't have $1,500 floating around,
Well, how much is a D60, a Magpul? Because I heard the kid say he had one of those, and isn't one of those like $200 or something?
I thought they're only $99. I could be wrong about that,
But yeah, there's more than one of those videos too. I just did a random search, and there's more than one Californian that's had their mags taken away in the last couple months. So I don't know, man. It's ridiculous here.
Yeah, list price on that's $123, but at least $100. Plus, he had other PMags taken from him too.
Right?
I mean, it's blatant confiscation of your property. I mean, it's
the Fourth Amendment, the Second Amendment. Yeah.
The one thing that if law enforcement wanted to do anything, they could. I don't know. I was thinking that the magazines are stamped with date codes on them. They could say anything that's got a 2020 date code or newer could be confiscated because there's no way you could have it in the state and have purchased it before that cutoff. You know.
Yeah, I hate that about mag pools, man. I swear.
Well, I think ProMag does that also. There's a lot of stuff. So much plastic stuff gets stamp coated. I think a lot of it has to do with quality control. So if there's problems with it, they can make sure there wasn't a whole run of something that got screwed up. You know, you see that in the automotive industry. But yeah, I hear you.
That's true.
You know? Yeah.
Dude Esquire out there saying "fuck California" right in the ass. Yeah.
Oh, I agree.
Yep.
We got a petition right now to recall Gavin Newsom. I signed it last night. It needed 75,000 signatures, and it was up to 71 last night. So.
Oh, you'll get the signatures, but the problem is, getting rid of him. I mean,
Yeah.
good luck, because all those cities get to, all those major cities in California get to basically push everybody else in the state around, even though all those people never leave the fucking city.
I know it's wishful thinking, but hell, I don't know.
So
I didn't vote for the asshole. Neither did at least probably 70% of Californians didn't either. But
only those that live in cities voted for him. Actually, you have a better chance of California splitting off into 3 states than you do get rid of Newsom.
I wish we would. I really wish we would, because the further north you go, the more libertarian, conservative minded people are up there. And once you get south of Sacramento, it just gets worse and worse and worse.
Yeah, that's how it is. So, what else? All right.
How's your project coming along?
Which one?
Your Indigo. How close are we?
Let's take a look at that. Let me. Don't want to blind you all with that. Let's see. I can just do it in here. There we go. Do you see that?
Okay, it's better than what it was, but we still need to continue.
See if that works. Come on. There it is. That's where we're at right now. That is where we're at. So, unfortunately, we are still. Sorry, I was checking the YouTube side. We are still out of our goal. Ways away from our goal. We're at 1,094. That's we're 31% to our goal, but 31% isn't 100. So we're working on it. We're getting there. We're gonna do something no matter what. It just depends on whether we, do it all the way or whether we have to scale back. So, hey, that's why.
Can you define what scale back means?
What?
Can you define what that means? Like if you have to scale back?
Okay, well, instead of having multiple stream servers at the same time where people can just create a room and start streaming, we'll probably only be able to have 1 or 2.
Gotcha.
So only 2 people will be able to, 2 conferences will be able to stream at the same time. And there's just nothing I can do about that. There is absolutely nothing I can do about that because no one wanted to back the project. That's the situation where we're presented with. If we do not make the goal, we have to start small. Yeah, it sucks, but hey, we're not trying to let me lay this out, okay? To rent this type of servers we need, I have to rent them from Amazon, and they're $134 per server a month. Okay, and that's minus that's before taxes. So add taxes into that, like for my state it's 8%. So
if you happen to get the servers or the allowable money for the servers, how many people can stream at one time?
Well, I was looking at the numbers, and I was trying to get at least 6 up, but it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to do that because it just wasn't there. The prices on the servers have gone up, so I have no idea at this point. I may have to go through another company, and that's we do what we got to do. We're not going to stop and not do it. It's just we have to figure out the best route. And when I do figure something out, I'm going to go online and I'm going to go live and show everybody what's going on and what I'm looking at doing. Once I have a solution.
So if you got to your goal, how many live streams could you handle? Just off the top of your head, you don't gotta give me an exact number, but how many different live streams could you handle at one time?
Probably 3 or 4.
Which is about average for the gun channels. There's never more than 3 or 4 people alive at a time, unless there's a bunch of unboxing videos or something special comes up. How much did you intend to charge people per month for this service? From what I understand, for the first couple years, you were going to try to do it for free, right?
Right, and then I was going to try and ease everyone into $20 a month.
And then with that $20 a month, there'd be expansion.
If everybody who used the service paid $20 a month, then it would allow me to I would be able to make enough money to expand and continue keeping it going. Yes, but but I was really hoping that we could have gotten that one or that one because of some software I need for the video hosting side. But again, I may just have to scratch that and just figure something else out because we've kind of hit a dead point right now in the Indiegogo, and I don't know why. Maybe I'm not plugging it enough. Maybe I'm not, maybe I'm not plugging enough. Anyways, I don't know. I'm not being pessimistic. I'm just saying, I'm trying to get this done. I'm trying to do this. Things are working and then things are not working, and I'm trying to figure out workarounds for the problems that we're being faced with. So that's all I have to say on this now. So we're done with this. So all right. Anyways,
Did you guys talk about the Chris Cuomo stuff at all? And the little tweet that Donald Trump had made? Did you guys hear about that one?
I missed that one today. I saw Matt did his hasty headlines, but I totally missed it.
I didn't get a chance to see Matt's video yet. I usually watch him as soon as he posts them. But basically, Chris Cuomo, who's a CNN journalist, is that right?
Yeah, no. I want to say something about Chris Cuomo. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Whose brother do you think he is? No.
Well,
I'm being serious. Whose brother do you think he is?
Mario Cuomo.
Yeah, is he? Or is it just
he's the brother of New York Governor Cuomo.
No. I know this.
Apparently, the family that spawned those two little shits, really screwed the pooch when they did that. Also, Jason Stewart told me to refresh the page because we got $10 more. So, thank you, Jason.
All right. Well, okay. So back to Chris Cuomo, right? So love him or hate him, that's not the point. He got approached by somebody who called him a name, and he flipped out on this guy. Now, all of us at one point or another have gotten really mad with somebody. I'm sure we've gotten upset, maybe said something we regretted, or got in a fight at some point, or some kind of a scuffle, or whatever, right? So there's video of Chris Cuomo who was approached by this man, and Chris threatened to like throw him down the stairs or whatever and beat him up. And Trump came out and tweeted about him. And I'm not trying to rip on Trump here, but just to show you how dangerous red flag laws are. Yeah, did you see the Trump's tweet?
Here it is. It's on the Truth About Guns. Would Chris Cuomo be given a red flag for his recent rant? Filthy language and a total loss of control. He shouldn't be allowed to have any weapon. He's nuts.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
And that's the kind of situation, we are forced to face if red flag laws get passed. Right there. Something like that could bar you from having guns.
And that just, that creates a lot of hype when you promote it like that. That immediately gets the idea in people's heads. You know what? Yeah, I know that Chris guy. He made me mad, or I see him as a threat. And then you call it in, and then the next thing you know, whether or not Chris has guns, that's not the point. But this could happen to any of us. Any of us could go off on somebody in a parking lot or a gas station and say something stupid like, whatever. And then boom, the next thing you know, Gestapo shows up at your door at 3 a.m. and takes your guns.
And for anyone that's wondering if Fredo really does, mean a bad word in
Italian.
Italians, it doesn't. Chris Cuomo came up with that shit.
Yeah, because he goes, "Oh, that's the N word." That's what he told the guy. He goes, "I'm offended by it. That's the Italian equivalent of the N word." I'm like, "What?"
It's not.
Yeah.
The
Italian equivalent of the N word is calling someone Sicilian.
Oh man!
Oh, that's cold. That's cold. Wow. The views and expressions of Night Strike are the views and expressions of Night Strike, and not the rest of the panel.
Hold on. When Night Strike has the last name of Savino, he can talk. He can talk way more than Como.
If you guys remember the movie True Romance, Dennis Hopper made a pretty good point about the whole Sicilian thing before he got smoked by whatever his name was, the guy that shot him in that movie. He talks about the origin of Sicilian people. And it really did tick off the Sicilian man. So, yeah.
The two things that stick out the most to me in this whole situation is the original video that came out early this morning, like the video for that on YouTube where Chris Cuomo was arguing with the guy, got taken down by YouTube for violation of terms of service. And the second thing that sticks out is Donald Trump's tweet. If he's saying sarcastically, "Hey, look, now Chris Cuomo shouldn't be able to have a gun because somebody's going to call a red flag on him," that's bringing exposure to the corruption. At least that's one person. Whether I don't know whether or not he's going to sign the thing or not, but if he does, and if he promotes it again, you can point right back to that and see, look, Mr. President, you even said right there, it's ripe for abuse. So this whole thing about a medical professional and a judge doing things by the book to take your firearms away from you because you're a danger to yourself or others is nonsense.
It is. It really is.
Yep. I don't know, man. Scary stuff.
And all I have to say is, isn't a red flag what a referee gives to someone in a soccer game when they hurt someone?
Well, yellow or red.
It's a red flag, right?
Yeah. Well, the red flag is higher than the yellow. Yellow is kind of a warning, but yeah, red flag.
Yeah.
There's a pretty good post going around. I saw it on the Gun Toting Pacifist Instagram page. And it's got the Russian flag, the Nazi flag, the North Korean flag, and the Chinese flag all flying in the air. And it says, this is what kind of red flag laws you get.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't quote that exactly right, but you guys all get the point.
Considering that it's coming up to election year, you'd think that Trump would be tread carefully on this because if he wants to get reelected, primarily most of his followers are gun supporters, right?
Yeah, a good majority, yes, but then there's the normal conservative majority that are just anti-abortion,
mm-hmm.
and and they're just religious, and that's it. And those will probably still vote for Trump regardless. because they don't
what
care.
worries me is what happens if he gets the second term, and then he decides no more AR-15s, no more high-capacity magazines, because then he's got nothing to lose. He's got another 4 years.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't know.
If that happens, that means me, Travis, Gizzard Gary, and a couple other people have to go march on state capitol, or march on the Capitol, and say, yeah, no, give us our shit back right now, because that's the only way you're gonna get it back.
Well, and then it's go ahead.
I just, if it's taken away, I don't think we're going to get it back.
Well, you see,
Yeah.
you see, that might be the case in England. That might be the case in Australia. But when you've got millions of gun owners that are unhappy with new laws in the middle of the national capital, I don't think so. They have to do something.
Well,
When you have that many people there unhappy, you have to do something.
right, but I mean, if you go back into history and you look at, say, like Prohibition, how long did that last? Like 10, 16 years or something?
Yeah, but eventually they took it. They figured it was a bad. They found out it was a bad idea because everybody was doing it behind everybody's back. So they had to renege on it.
Yeah, but 16 years later, that's a long time, man.
Well, I'll tell you what. Here's the thing, though. If they propose something like that, let's just pretend and say that does happen, where there's bans. One way that you could take out half of the frustration from gun owners is just grandfather it. Oh, well, if you have them now, you get to keep them. You can't pass them on to anybody, but we're not going to take them. That immediately will satisfy a lot of lazy gun owners, a lot of FUDs. A lot of people are like, well, I got mine, because they got nothing to worry about. They get their generation of freedom and guns and, standard capacity magazines.
So what would happen? Go ahead.
We have a route to get rights back, but the issue is we seldom do ever. But there is a way. It's called getting a different government.
Hey, Elmer, you're going to hand that shotgun you love ever so much when you're dead right over to the government, brother.
Yeah,
So enjoy it while your heart's still beating, because as soon as you die, the government's going to come
that's
take
right.
it.
I'm going to live forever.
Stop saying we have to do something. That's the meaning of no, Vandaliska, you aren't listening to the conversation. The issue is, if they try and take away stuff from us, quite literally, we literally have to go down to the nation capital and say, don't either give us our stuff back or don't touch our stuff. And eventually the politicians will get scared of having that many people causing unrest outside the state capitol that they are forced to do something.
It happened with Obama. It can happen again.
Yep. It happened with Obama. In what's that, 13? 13, 14? Right around there. It can happen again. But the issue is,
the beginning of 13.
We need to get enough people on board to go down there and make a stink, saying, while yes, the people who sit on their asses, in large cities that don't have these rights anyways, yeah, they don't care. They don't care if it's taken away from everyone else because it doesn't affect them, or they hate guns anyways. But the people that make up America, that actually do jobs like farming, that do the jobs that people don't want to do, that other people don't want to do, that are out of work because of illegal immigrants. There are millions of Americans that own firearms and don't want their firearms taken. And the only way to get apparently both sides to listen to us ever as gun owners is to go down to the nation capital and say so. That's the only way they stop doing anything ever. It's been proven.
Yeah, writing and calling doesn't do any good anymore.
No, calling doesn't do any good. Hell, even going and having a face-to-face, that still doesn't do any good, unless you've got 1,000, 100, 10,000, 100,000, 1,000,000 people behind you. They don't give a damn unless you've got that many people.
Well, I hope it doesn't come to that.
Warsaw, we don't live in the Soviet state just yet, so I think we're fine. Just
Hey, here's
just be careful of any red flags because, you know, we all know what the Soviets were called, the Red Menace.
you guys all saw on the news the Buddy the Dayton shooter lied on his 4473.
I did.
Yep.
I saw that.
Said he wasn't a previously arrested drug user, or got busted for drugs, or was on drugs, and lied on his 4473 and got the gun.
Imagine that. Background checks don't work.
Yep.
Well, check this out. We're switching gears here because I'm getting depressed talking about red flags and all this and gun laws.
Don't come to California, Night Strike. You'll feel better about yourself. I promise.
No, I'm not going to California. I'm never going to California. Hashtag never California. Ever. Even if I got family there. Alright, check this out. Julie Golub has resigned from the NRA board. This is a resignation letter. Dear NRA members, I gave my notice to NRA President Carolyn Meadows, Secretary John Fraser, and directors that I have resigned my position on the National Rifle Association Board of Directors. My intentions in running, as well as serving in the volunteer position, are directly aligned with the purposes and objectives of the organization. I am proud to have had the opportunity to represent the members of the National Rifle Association, but I can no longer commit to fulfilling the duties of a director. This was not a decision I made lightly. I apologize to those members who have supported me that I will not be completing the 3-year full term. I also feel that this is the best decision for me and my family. I wish the director who fills my vacancy and the rest of the board nothing but success. I will absolutely continue to support the NRA's programs and sports as a proud benefactor member and active participant in the preservation of freedom. Sincerely yours, Julie Golub. Now, while I know that sounds really nice and whatnot, but again, you have to realize that with all that's going on with the NRA lately, that it's not unheard of that someone would resign from the NRA. So,
I think it would be a good career choice, and especially when it's going down the toilet, basically.
considering how many other people have resigned from the NRA in the last week or two, I mean, what's it been, like 3 or 4 people? Yeah.
I didn't know until less than a week ago that LaPierre has a $6 million mansion that he lives in. Must be nice.
Yeah, I don't have no $6 million mansion I'm living in. Hell, if I lived in a $6 million mansion, I wouldn't have to worry about, getting servers for GunTube. I'd have servers for GunTube. It's ridiculous. Anyways.
And no one can kick him out, right? He's got to resign.
Either that or die. not that I'm advocating his death, because I'm not.
No,
But-
it like an Epstein thing, something like that. Just saying.
But there's gonna come a time where he's probably gonna have to go to trial, and it's either that or suicide. And if he mysteriously commits suicide, I want to let you know that I had nothing to do with it.
How is he still making money with the NRA in the shitter?
Well, there's still revenue coming in.
There's still revenue coming in from membership dues and whatnot, and he's probably still sucking off that tea.
It's probably some kind of Mexican drug runner to have that kind of money, man. I don't know, but
I don't know either, but again, this is another person, yet another person who has resigned from the NRA board of directors. So, not good news for the NRA.
Did you mention who the replacement was?
They did not.
No.
So, what else in the news do we want to talk about?
See what's going on in the world.
All right, so did you hear what the Democratic senators said that they'll do to the Supreme Court if the ruling on New York does not go their way?
Yeah, they're gonna restructure.
The Supreme Court, which I don't remember them being the what was it, Continental Congress? I don't remember.
I don't think that's legal. I don't think you can.
No, you can't. Unless you're Continental Congress, you can't restructure the Supreme Court, no matter how much you like. And just because it's not written down that you can't do it, it says elsewhere that you can't do it. That they have to be appointed. So, Democratic senators are literally trying to be, as Warsaw Patriot out there is saying, communist.
Like Bernie Sanders, he's the one that wrote about it, didn't he?
Yeah, but just because there's nothing there to say written down saying they can't do it doesn't mean they can. There is something written down saying that a Supreme Court justice has to be appointed, and the only way you can restructure the Supreme Court in any way whatsoever, no matter what, would be Continental Congress.
The Congress they can vote to add more judges pretty much anytime they want. We started with 6 or 5 or something like that. I don't remember exactly how many we started with. Then they voted, and now we've got 9.
Yeah.
So all they'd have to do is run a vote, and they could change the number of judges. And that's the most logical thing that they would do first, is change the number of judges to try to offset, the balance, if we'll call it that.
Well, I just saw that Bernie was complaining because there's 5 conservative judges and a 9-judge panel. And obviously, he can't have that because, conservatism is bad.
It's bad for socialism.
Hey, Bernie, your homeboy Barack Obama said elections have consequences.
He also told Biden not to run for president, and I'll give Obama that one. He was correct. That dude should not be running for president. Truth over facts. I don't know if you guys saw him say that, among other dumb shit, but man, Biden's been making a total ass of himself over the last... What was that? All in Iowa, wasn't it? All at the state fair? About the poor kids being as smart as white kids or some shit? I don't remember what... Yeah, good lord.
Messed up. So, there's that. Warsaw, what answer are you waiting for? I don't know what you're talking about. Who's making the bottle noise? I don't know. I'm having allergies right now, so if you're worried about me making noise, too bad. I have allergy noise.
I think he was asking about, if you read up a little further, he was talking about the plaque that he's sending you.
Yeah, I didn't get it yet. It still hasn't gotten here.
Yeah, I think he's aware that he was...
Who has the door chime going?
Wind chime's going on, huh?
Oh, that's me. I'm sitting outside. My bad.
He was curious if you're going to do a live, show it on your live show, or if you're going to do a separate unboxing video.
I'll do whatever I do. Though I will say I may not pick it up on Thursday. I may have to get it on Friday. So, because it's going to my post office box. So just letting everyone know that right now. All right. What else?
Well, I'll just throw in that I tried to buy a box of ammo, actually several, the other day, and I got denied.
Why did you get denied?
That's a good question. I don't know. I can buy a gun, but that's federal, and the ammo goes through California DOJ. So that's a good question.
Was it because you, hold on, one box of ammo?
It was just a box of 45. It was a 200 pack of Winchester white box.
And they gave you no reasoning?
I got denied, so I don't know. They said come back and try again. They said they've been having a lot of problems with it at that store, so it was a big 5. But I'm hearing that all over, man, that no one can buy ammo, that the system's just crashed, and basically no one's able to get ammo right now.
And do you think that wasn't the intention by design?
Oh, of course it was. I mean, you can buy a gun, fine, but gun, what is it, a beating tool without ammo? It doesn't do anything. So, but
Yep.
Recoil, what's your limitations there on reloading supplies?
limitations, none.
I mean, so are you going to maybe get into reloading instead?
I might have to, man. I don't see another way around it. We can get primers and brass and powder and bullets and everything shipped to our front porch. So
I mean, because 45 ACP, I don't think it would be that for the time and the hassle and you might as well just look into just roll on your own,
Yeah. Well, I need to get some 7.5 by 55 brass. I need some 7.62 54R brass. And I do shoot a lot of 40 Smith & Wesson as well, so at least I used to. Got to save what I have now. But my K31s need food. My Mosin needs food. And yeah.
Yeah, they probably only want you to buy 20 round boxes at a time.
Well, they shouldn't sell them if they don't want you buying 100-round boxes or 200-round boxes or whatever.
Oh, yeah. I used to buy
it's going to be a problem. Nobody's ever going to get
rounds at a time. Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe talk to AWAG if you get a chance through gun channels or through YouTube and ask him if he's got some 7.62 by 54R brass. That's going to be kind of hard to come by.
I know.
Just because so much of us are used to just shooting steel case, Can you does like whoever makes the like Brown Bear or whatever that is, that those guys, can you get it? Do they make a brass 7.62 ammo or not?
I haven't looked into that. PPU does, I'm pretty sure. And I know PPU makes the 7.555 Swiss. And yeah, I need a I hear the rifle reloads that can kind of get kind of iffy if you're off by a few grains or whatever, but
so I'm looking at graphs.com. You can get, it's a little expensive, but you can get an unprimed bag of 50 7.62 by 54R privy for $24.99.
Oh hell, that's not bad.
So Night Strike, I know you don't like to talk reloading, but this is kind of a serious time to talk reloading for people that can't buy ammo,
Okay, go ahead.
It's the only time I think we need an exception to it. So, but yeah, if you look online, you can get the brass. It won't be cheap, but and then you'd have to get your bullets and your primers and powder and all of your other stuff. And
as long as I could get 4 or 5 firings out of each case, I mean, that would be enough.
Yeah, be an expensive startup.
Can't stockpile though. That's the problem. Stockpiling is something we all need to be doing right now.
Yeah.
So what's the laws of going to your next state and buying it and bringing it in?
Oh, that's bad. Can't do it.
Even though they can't stop somebody from bringing guns and ammo in from another state anyways.
No. If you're out of state resident, like you live in Nevada, you can bring ammo into California. That's fine. If you're a Californian resident and you bring ammo in, you could go to jail.
No.
But if somebody brings ammo in and gives it to you or sells it to you, that's illegal from out of state.
They can give it to you,
Recoil?
but they can't sell it. Yeah.
I was making a joke at that guy in the Garlic Festival. Apparently, your laws did nothing to stop him from crossing the state line with ammo.
I know,
and
right?
Guns,
and it's
So why add more laws if you didn't stop him in the first place? It doesn't make any sense.
They're just trying to break us down, man. Get us to just quit buying guns.
That's it.
I'll get some friends in Nevada.
Yeah, Daily Shooters over there.
Yeah, the lucky bastard. I'm jealous. He's north of Clark County, isn't he?
I don't know where. I've watched a lot of his videos, but after he moved, I wasn't sure exactly where in Nevada he moved to.
I think he's north of Vegas. But yeah, lucky bastard. And he's like shocked. He's like blown away by what he can do. There's no 10-day waiting period. There's no assault weapons ban. You know, it's just there's suppressors in the displays, and it's it's how it should be.
Yeah, I think he's somewhere near Nevada or Las Vegas, because that seems to be the gun store that he's going to, is somewhere in Vegas.
And the 10-day wait, man, still pisses me off. You already got guns in your name. Why do you need to wait 10 days for a cool down?
What about brass casings? Uncle Gun Loving Grandpa out in the chat asked, "Can you get like casings, deep prime casings?"
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
He was saying you can get all that primers.
all that primers, powder, everything.
Well, that might be the option. Might need to take up a collection for you and just send stuff your way.
That, you know what? That's probably the only way people are gonna get ammo anymore.
Go on to Craigslist. You might be able to find people selling reloading equipment cheap too. I mean, you don't have to spend a lot of money to get into reloading. I mean, you can get a nice kit for,
Well, I know E Honda's getting into it, isn't he?
Yeah, I got the whole setup. I just haven't sat down to do it yet. But with us moving in a year, I don't really want to have a dedicated space for reloading, because I'm actually in the process of boxing stuff and packing stuff up right now.
What's the startup cost on something like that?
I did a video on how to start up, reloading 9mm. I don't remember what the total was. I need to go back and look at the video, but it's not. It is expensive at first, but once you get set up for it, then it's not so bad. Then the price per round is going to go down once you get your initial press and dies and all that fun stuff. But the Lee kit I bought, I think, was like $75 or something. It wasn't too bad for just a single stage press.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I also have a Winchester Model 70 and 270 Winchester that I've never shot that I need ammo for. So
start making friends in Nevada.
Nevada is literally about a 3-hour drive for me. I can get to Reno in about 3 hours. So any YouTubers in Reno, let me know. I'll be your friend. I forgot Night Strike doesn't like reloading talk, so if you want to change the subject, my friend, go right ahead.
But this is good, though, because if there's anybody listening that lives in California that's having trouble buying ammo like you, just bite the bullet, no pun intended, and just get yourself a reloading setup,
Yeah, but doesn't YouTube take videos down when you're manufacturing ammunition?
Dead Horse has been doing tons of reloading videos, and they're still up. If you go over to GunTube and GunStreamer, there's going to be reloading videos over there too. I mean, there's basic videos that even the companies have their own videos up. Like Lee and those other companies have videos that show you how to do it. You can if you get your reloading manuals, it explains the whole process step by step, and then you could also do a private chat with somebody from gun channels, and they would walk you through it step by step.
You can check out the Reloaders Network as well. Just type in the Reloaders Network.
I've heard of that. Yeah, okay.
This Crazy Scotsman and all those guys, Alan B. Pro, them all. So they just got their thing going on over there, and they got videos and stuff. Not chat rooms. What are they called? The forums and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah. All those guys over there will help you out too.
Kingpin, did you get your package?
Yeah, I got my upper. I'm still waiting on the lower. That's why I haven't done the video yet.
What kind of upper you got?
It's a pistol length 5.56 from Bear Creek.
11.5 inch?
10.5.
I think it's 10.5. Yeah, I want it on the and I'll go ahead and plug it. If you go over and check out the Crazy Scotsman's channel, he's still got a couple uppers left to give away. and it's for a good cause. It's all about Jack. He's raising money for Mr. Holster, or raising money for Jack for Mr. Holster, and he's still got 2 complete Bear Creek Arsenal uppers. $10 to get in. So go over there and donate $10 to Mr. Holster, and you got a chance of winning.
You said 5.56 uppers. Is that what you got?
No,
Or
it was a combination. Yeah, I think Kingpin
Yeah.
won the 5.56, but he also had a 300, right?
Yeah, the first one was a pistol length 5.56 upper, and I won that one. Then the second one was a 300 blackout. Then the next one, I believe, was a 6.5 Grendel, and right now I think they're on the 7.62. And then
Nice.
they got one more. I can't remember, but they're all different calibers, all different sizes, all different styles. You know, plus there's other swag that people are throwing in, T-shirts and hats and stuff like that. Milcert Mike, I guess I don't know how he got involved, but with the 5.56 pistol upper that I won, it came with a complete lower as well. So ultimately, for $10, I got a complete AR pistol.
Nice.
Now, do you have any trouble transferring that through because of your laws and stuff, or not?
Well, no, right now, no. The upper you can send directly to me, so
Yeah.
Scotsman just sent that directly to me, and then Milcert Mike and I got in contact with each other, and I gave him my FFL information, so I'm just waiting for shipping to get done, and then when my FFL calls me and says that he's got it, then I'll gotta go do my 7-day paperwork, just like any other pistol.
Does that have the CAC stabilizing fin on it? Is that what
I don't know anything at all about the lower.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
I got the 300 blackout upper from Bear Creek, and it's awesome. I think I paid. There was a discount code at the time. I think I paid like 190 delivered or something like that, or 175. I got it super cheap, complete, for the 10.5-inch 300 blackout. Their uppers start at $184 complete.
Yeah, I think Big Al won. I think Big Al won the 300 blackout, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
AR pistols illegal in California.
Yeah, okay.
Which I can't get around because, well, what if someone's legitimately handicapped and they need a brace and they're not allowed to use it? Isn't that a lawsuit?
That almost sounds like some litigation there. There you go. I think it's time to petition the Americans with Disabilities and and get some lawsuits going on there. Rico,
I'm just saying.
Nebraska, we got plenty of room and it's cheap and you can buy whatever you want. Yeah.
We're looking at Wyoming or Nebraska.
There you go, man. There you go. Wyoming's a little more scenic. Nebraska's a little more centralized. It's quicker to get where you want to go.
All
right.
All right. So, again, I just want to mention this out here on the YouTube side from Warsaw Patriot. He's doing his own challenge, #MakeAVR for America. He's trying to spread a positive message over YouTube and remind people what our nation means to us and what we are as Americans. So go over to Warsaw Patriots channel, check out that VR for America, and do your own.
I'm positive that YouTube can set my balls.
Well, not that they would. You didn't do it the right way. You got to buy them lunch or dinner, or you got to take them to a nice movie first before.
I probably need to polish their ivory tower. Is what I need to do.
Probably.
Then they can polish my ivory tower.
Yeah. Yeah, you mean your bald head?
Yeah. There's not much hair on it.
Yeah.
You got to keep it manscaped.
Right. All right. All right, so that's all we got for tonight.
What? There's nothing coming on after you. Keep going. Do it.
No,
it's 8:56 Central Time. It's past Night Strike's bedtime. Jeez.
I've got allergies. I'm not feeling too well right now, so I don't want to go that long. All right,
that's what she said.
Yeah, that's right. No.
Night Strike's got reloading to do.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and go to sleep, and Gary will run the rest of the show.
There you go.
Yeah.
Right.
There you go.
No.
Just leave it running. You can get it tomorrow morning in 8 hours and turn it off.
No, I'm not doing that. No. All right.
Call it
So
hit or miss marathon.
Gary, give us your outro, if you would. If you're still awake, Gary.
Is he still on?
Your wing's gone, Night Strike.
My wingman is gone.
Your wingman's gone.
I did get a notification. He's doing a live.
Did he go live?
Yeah.
How's he going live?
I don't know. I got a notification he's going live.
Oh my god.
Really?
Wow, that's interesting.
Let me check. Let's check.
I don't know if I even saw him in the chat room yet.
Oops.
No, I went in there and I don't see it. So, but I did get a little pop up.
Hey, Recoil.
Yo.
I'm going to put a link on the internal chat if you want to watch it later. That was my video on how much does it cost to get into reloading 9mm.
I'm on my phone. I can't get to YouTube right now, but if tomorrow when we're on match chat, if you shoot it to me on there, that'll be great, man.
Okay, cool. Just a quick heads up. Absolutely everything to get going and start pressing everything would be $371. That's everything.
That ain't bad at all.
Everything from start. That includes the digital scale. So anyway,
Travis, since Gary is
has flown the coop.
Has flown the coop.
Hold on. George, quit it. George, stop. George.
My name is not George.
No, isn't George
George's cat.
Gary's cat? Yeah.
I was hoping that way. Hold on. I know how to get.
562 emails might wake him up.
522. It was text messages.
I can text him.
No, even better.
Hold on. Didn't this happen a while ago? Somebody had to give him a phone call.
This did. I'm gonna do it.
give him a call.
I love cheesy poofs. You love cheesy poofs.
Tell him he's late for work.
No, Kitty can't have my cheesy poos.
Man, Kitty's being a dildo.
All right. So, Travis, outro.
Yo. Yeah. Guys, check out my YouTube channel, Travis P11. Lots of good content over there. And you can check me out on GunTube.org. Make sure you guys support it through Indiegogo. Make sure you get over to gunchannels.com. Become a part of that community. Subscribe to everybody here on this panel. And that's it, man. Appreciate the invite. I'll try to get Caliber Corner going here pretty soon. We've got school tomorrow with students. So I'll be back in the classroom and hopefully get Caliber Corner going in about a week or two. So get her fired up.
All right. Kingpin.
Hey, thanks for having me, man. Everybody go check out Rick at Rick's Life as I See It tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern.
Awesome. Stacy, you still with us?
Barely.
All
I'm
right,
about to fall asleep myself.
So, do you do anything on YouTube, Stacy?
Not currently right now. I'm still trying to figure out a new username because I want something that's my own and not Snob's Wife.
I thought we figured that one out.
I'm still working on it. Nothing's really quite caught me yet, but
Perfect and handguns.
all right. Nothing of yours counts. So you
The
have
handgun heifer.
don't make me drive there and kick your butt.
We're talking about names for Snob's wife, not Snob himself.
How about like Okie from Muskogee or something like that?
Pretty sure that's a song.
I really like Stacy's Got a Gun.
Heifers on hamster wheels.
Man, that's horrid.
I am so buying a taser before you come out here in November, obnoxious. So you know that.
Just trying to help. I don't know.
Make sure he doesn't have a pacemaker first. And
I tell you what, you do that, and I promise you, I'm gonna put that on YouTube.
Oh, what I did, there's going to be a video because I'm going to make sure that someone's on a live show because at the hotel, someone's always on a live show.
This is true. This is true.
Snob got tased last time.
Well, this will be my first. This will be my first event to coming up there, so I'm enjoying it.
All right.
You said you're coming.
I have a real taser, X26. I have a real one. You know, the kind that actually shoots you. Oh, trust me, that'll put you down.
All right, Dr. Recoil. Give us your outro.
My outro is thanks for having me, Night Strike. It's good talking to y'all. Don't come to California; it's not worth it. And hopefully this winter, when I'll make some videos about getting my my hot rod back on the road. It's been sitting for a while, and I got some parts for it. So
yeah, and if you drive long enough, you can drive out of California.
It gets 4 miles per gallon.
Oof.
Hey.
Might want to change the gearing on the transmission there, bud.
No.
Just get a bigger gas tank, you'll be fine.
It runs just
It's a good
right.
thing California is such a small state, too.
Yeah.
It runs just right.
So, Gary, are you back?
Oh, I never left. I've always been right here.
Sleeping.
Maybe. I work hard, man. I tell you.
Well, we know you do.
He works hard for the money.
So hard for it,
Hard
honey.
for it, honey.
Better treat him right.
He works hard for the money.
All right. Well, Gary, give us your outro.
Oh, let's see. Shall not be infringed? Something like that.
I thought it was giving the bird, but you know.
Yeah, something like that. Give him the bird, give Night Strike the money, give GunTube the money. There you go.
Hell yeah.
All right, go back to sleep, Carrie.
You know, everyone check out gizzardgary.com and, you know, check every Friday night for Foul Territory. There we go.
Absolutely.
Bloke.
Oh, hello. So, real quick, I just want to give you a quick update. A couple of weeks ago, I discussed a friend of mine's daughter that's in the ICU. I just spoke to him today. She regained function of her left arm, and the trach is maybe coming out. Also, I spoke to the company CGS Silencers, and they're going to be sending the suppressor out here probably in 2 weeks. So one of those suppressors will be going towards, or we're going to be doing kind of a drawing on it, and the entire funds will be going to in order to support his daughter in the ICU. So stay tuned for that. Check everybody's channel out, and subscribe to everybody, and help out GunTube and the Indigo Fund, man. It's a great cause. Thanks.
Thank you. All right. Obnoxious one. You were the last, but you are not the least.
Was that a fat joke? You
Porky Piggin?
I'm fat too. I'm
really.
not going to make a fat joke.
son of a bitch.
Just totally skip him. He's not important. Just skip him.
No, he is important. I'm not going to skip anyone.
It's called
Yeah.
being gizzarded.
Check out my channel, Obnoxious One, and check out my Instagram. But don't expect me to follow you because I'm still in timeout over there.
Still
in timeout from following people. I can like your stuff. So if you tag me, I'll like your stuff and leave comments and stuff. But I can't follow you, so don't expect that to happen. Check out the tweeter. Though the only thing you're going to see there is reposts from Instagram, and that you can check out my Facebook. Yeah, whatever. 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 And you can find me all over the interwebs under Obnoxious One, except Obnoxious One Gmail. Sarge stole that from me. Claims he didn't, but we know.
Did you just say you can find you in your underwear?
No, I said the interwebs. You're not going to find me in any underwear because I'm Porky Piggin. Duh.
Obviously.
You're not that new here.
way too much information.
So go check me out. Go over to Night Strike's Indiegogo campaign. Check that out. Throw a couple bucks on there if you got it. If you don't, just put it on a credit card, and let's get this GunTube thing going, and get us a place that actually respects us. A place that doesn't hate us. I don't know about respect, but they don't hate us over there. So
I respect you.
that's a dirty lie.
Really? Is it? Otherwise, I wouldn't give you a link.
Yeah, whatever. You just
Healing.
you need me for filler.
Right. All right. Well, everyone, check out the Indiegogo. Check out GunTube.org. Check out GunTube's Patreon. Check out Nightstrike.com. I've still got some stickers if you want some stickers. Other than that, we'll see you guys next week. So
I see how it is. He wants me to make a video, but then he don't even let me get my closing plug in.
Shall not be infringed.
He's not here. Ignore him.
You know, Gary got a wonderful sticker for being a patron for GunTube. So
You can make one of these too.
So, you know, those are the same stickers that are on the Indiegogo as well. So, just check that out. All right, with that, we're done. We'll see you guys next week. Snob, would you like to give us the final closing?
No. You're mean. I was gonna edit a video and release it here in a little bit for GunTube, but
No. I'm giving you the final ending. Go ahead.
It's the fun.
Go check out GunTube.org Indiegogo.
And remember to check out the Gun Snob on YouTube. He's also known as the High Point Snob on Instagram. And he's got one. I gotta tell you guys, he's got one hell of a yeet cannon. So, with that, we will see you guys next week. You know, I might do something, you know, testing GunTube here and there sporadically during the week. I'll probably still be hosting rants and raves on Wednesday night, so check out for that. And with that, thank you all for listening. This was Hit or Miss. Yes,
give him the bird.
Hey,
Shake a bite on that pin trick.
he has an amazing
Money.
wife.
Hashtag Porky Piggin.
Good. Money.
Are we still
I want to hear what Stacy has to say.
No, you really don't.
No, you don't.
I said you forgot to say he has the most amazing wife.
He does.
Who?
He does.
Obnoxious?
I really do.
Andy is a pretty sweetheart. Pretty much a sweetheart.
Hey, fourth wall, dumbass.
All right. So that's it. That's the end of it.
Are we
Shall not
done?
be infringed.